It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Bears and the Cards on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. From the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw into the hands of Kirk. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Murray going to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Strickland. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete.
Let's go.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now Murray off play action. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Malik McDowell there to make the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Fields.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
Come on, keep giving it to him. Let's go.
Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
I'm trying to forget about that pick six last time out. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Malik McDowell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Fields.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Malik McDowell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. He'll let this go for the end zone.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Murray now to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Now Fields.
He finds Smith out of the backfield. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And he's got this down to the 35.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On 2nd and 10,
Fields. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
To throw is Fields. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On is Santos for the Bears field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Let's go.
The football going back over to Arizona now. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Rush in. Single.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Going deep for Hopkins.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it. Shoves him aside near the 35. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the draw, it's Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Come on now, let's go.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Montgomery.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bears.
Yeah.
A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears draw a bit closer. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is down to 4. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense.
He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point.
On 2nd down, back to Henderson.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. That's taken in by Henderson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Here's Fields.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Fields.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Bears offense ready to get going again. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
On 2nd down now, it's Montgomery. A 1st down and then some for Montgomery. And all the way up to the 33-yard line.
All day, baby, all day.
That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense.
He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all, because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to...
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First down, Murray.
That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Throwing on first down is Murray. His throw incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Get ready.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Man, where has the season gone? We're into week 15 now. So let's give everybody a look at what's coming up here on what should be a very interesting weekend of football. Plenty to look forward to in that early window, one being a noontime start up in Green Bay. A big one for the Packers, as they'll square off against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Good games in the late afternoon as well, one being out in Santa Clara, where it'll be the 49ers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And one final game to highlight. We wrap things up on Monday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the LA Chargers and the Denver Broncos.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bears offense set to go to begin the 3rd quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. To throw again on second down.
Fields. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Back to throw. Fields. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Now a give running left with Montgomery. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Fields on third down.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
39 yards on the punt, give them just 1 yard on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray.
And his throw here's incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Murray going to throw.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now it's Fields.
Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
On first down, it's Fields.
Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. A gain of 6 there on first.
On play action, Fields.
Now he steps away, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here's Fields.
It's caught. Smith. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Gibson here running out of the gun.
Oh, nice move. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Fields.
Escaping the pressure right.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short.
They snap it to Fields. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
To throw is Murray.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
From the gun, Murray. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Henderson.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On 2nd down, back to Henderson.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes us up near the 25. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Henderson. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. A handoff for Gibson. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. To throw is Fields. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
To throw, it's Murray. That's taken in by Henderson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Push him back. Push him back. 538.
Now Murray. And he spots Henderson open left side. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 22, Fields. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
It got his man complete. And he gets this down deep inside of Arizona's 15-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Fields going to keep it running right.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 7. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Takes it at the 7. And he returns this to the 22. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center.
And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? And rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
That's it.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They run once more with Henderson. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They'll run on 1st down. Henderson, and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here.
2nd and 11.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Down to a knee goes Murray, as that will just about wrap this thing up. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. But, Charles, a 1-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that 1-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long. We'll see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for the Cardinals,
their battle to finish above 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year.
And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.